Once upon a time, there were three friends named Mark, Mary and Tito. They were all very adventurous and loved to travel. They had always wanted to go on a safari expedition and finally decided to make their dream a reality. They planned their trip to a beautiful African savanna and packed their bags with all the essentials they would need. They set off early in the morning, excited for the adventure that lay ahead. As they drove through the savanna, they saw many different animals. They saw zebras running in the grass, their black and white stripes standing out against the green. The friends were amazed at the sight of these majestic creatures and couldn't help but take pictures. They also saw giraffes eating leaves from tall trees, their long necks reaching high up into the branches. The friends marveled at how these animals were able to survive in such a harsh environment. They also saw elephants bathing in the river, their trunks splashing around in the water. It was a sight that Mark, Mary and Tito would never forget. They stopped for lunch at a spot where they could see a group of lions resting in the shade. The friends were careful to keep a safe distance, but they were still able to get some great pictures. They observed the lions as they slept, watching the way their fur moved in the breeze. They learned from the guide about how lions live in groups called prides and how they work together to hunt and protect their young. After lunch, they continued on their safari and came across a herd of wildebeest. The wildebeest were migrating across the savanna, and the friends watched as they crossed the river. They could see the determination on the wildebeest's faces as they swam through the fast-moving water. They learned from the guide about the annual wildebeest migration, and how this movement is one of the most spectacular natural events in the world. As the sun began to set, they came across a group of hippos. The hippos were very big and the friends were a little bit afraid, but the guide assured them that the hippos were peaceful and would not harm them. They watched as the hippos lounged in the water, their mouths open to cool down. They learned that despite their peaceful appearance, hippos are actually one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. As the day came to an end, the friends returned to their camp exhausted but exhilarated by the amazing sights they had seen. They sat around the campfire, sharing stories of their adventure and looking at the pictures they had taken. They talked about all the different animals they had seen and the different things they had learned. They were already looking forward to the next day's adventure. The next day, they went on a hot air balloon ride over the savanna. It was a breathtaking experience. They saw the animals from above and it was even more amazing than seeing them on the ground. They saw the vast expanse of the savanna, the way the grass moved in the breeze, and the way the animals interacted with each other. They also saw the sun rise over the horizon, casting a beautiful golden glow over the landscape. Finally, it was time for Mark, Mary and Tito to head back home. They said goodbye to their guide and thanked him for showing them such an incredible time. They returned home with many memories and pictures to share with their families and friends. They couldn't wait to plan their next adventure, but for now, they were content to relive the memories of the safari expedition through their photos and stories. The end.